They're coming! They're coming! Hit record! And the pirates have arrived. Hey, welcome to Po Boy World of Games. Today's another look at Terraria with our boy Po Knightley and the pirate invasion. So I just so happened to load into my game, and all of a sudden I was surprised with by the way, the pirates are approaching from the whichever side, I don't remember. So I scrambled and quickly got my stuff together to try to record this, and I happened to catch it right as the pirates were arriving. As you can see though, I'm just hiding under my volcano trap, and the pirates are funneling in beautifully. And really, I don't have to do anything. This is more or less what you get with the pirate invasion if you've planned ahead with your trap accordingly. So I'm going to speed on through and show you what I got. Alright, now that we're post-pirate invasion, I can show you what I was going to show you before the pirate invasion, before we were rudely interrupted. Anyway, the first thing I want to show you is, obviously, my rocket has changed a little bit. I have replaced some of the wall stuff with tin plating blocks, and the background of my little bedroom here with the tin plating background wall, tin plating wall, something along those lines. But then I ran out of tin. So I will do the rest of this when I have more tin. Also, I have placed the background around the ores and bars chests and also named them. And while digging around, I actually came across some of the titanium that I meant to come across a long time ago. And now I should have enough with 59 bars to make the titanium armor. As you can see, I already have the titanium pickaxe, and my goodness, was it a rough time to find titanium. I have to be honest, this is the first world I've ever played in all my experience with Terraria that had titanium. Every world I played in before now has been adamantite, so I had no clue what it looked like on the map, and it turns out it looks a lot like lead. So if you're looking for titanium on the map, it looks like lead. And I'll tell you, it was a little rough to find. But anyway, now that I have these bars, let's see what I can craft with it. Let's see, titanium leggings, that'll be good. Titanium breastplate. And now I have a choice. With a lot of the hard mode armor, you have a choice between like headgear, helmet, and mask. And they do different things, like the mask here provides 23 defense and increases melee stats. I don't know how much of a melee person I'm going to be, but I might consider it just because it has the 23 defense. If you plan on being ranged, the helmet's probably a better bet for you because it increases the ranged stats, although it only gives you 8 defense. And the headgear is intended for magic users with 4 defense. I'm debating between ranged and melee, and I think I'm going to go with melee. And the reason I'm going to go with that is because it provides the higher defense. I ultimately will be more of a ranged person, but for the time being, I think Po Knightley can use the defense. So we'll go with that for right now. While digging in hard mode, I came across a mechanical worm, which is going to be used for summoning the destroyer. That was awesome, because that's the boss I'd like to beat first, the mechanical boss. That'll give me the soul of might, which will be great. Also, while digging around, I found a bunch of spiders, and they killed me a lot too. And I killed them back and got 29 spider fangs. That'll be good for you for like spider armor or the spider staff. I also found crystals, the crystal shards. They were just growing in the tunnel down to the underworld. Those will be awesome when it comes to crystal bullets. On my adventures trying to find titanium, I ended up in the underworld. And in the underworld, when you kill things, they have a chance of dropping the living fire blocks. And that is what I intended, if you remember, to use in between or under the bottle that's holding my potions. It's just going to look like a burner burning, cooking the bottle, whatever. And another reason I was in the underworld is because I was farming the wall of flesh. I was hoping for the clockwork assault rifle, but I got a laser rifle instead. Not just a laser rifle, a godly one. Awesome. And since I'm not using meteorite armor anymore, the space gun is essentially obsolete because it uses mana and does less damage. So I'm going to use the godly laser rifle in place of that. Also in the underworld at the shadow chest. We saw that. In fact, that's the chest I'm in right now. And since I had the key, I dug around and found some more. There's another one or two down in the underworld and also in the sacrificial worlds. I didn't find anything that I liked too much, but as you can see, I have an unpleasant flame lash, a keen flower of fire, and I can't remember if I got that by digging around or just killing stuff, or if it was in a shadow chest. But I ended up with an arcane nature's gift also. Speaking of sacrificial worlds, though, in a sacrificial world I found a honey dispenser. I will never ever use this. I might place it just because it's a crafting station and I can place it, but I don't intend to make honey beds or honey bathtubs or any of that stuff. So I will probably never ever use the honey dispenser. Another thing I found in a sacrificial world was a spear trap. Now that is normally something you find in the Golem Temple, which is actually where I found it, and digging around the Golem Temple in one of my sacrificial worlds, I got stabbed by one. So obviously I was in range, and it was actually the entrance before the door that you can't open until you beat Plantera. And so of course I tried to mine it, and the pressure plates and all that stuff, and it actually let me. It was pretty incredible. So now I have 7 spear traps. I like setting up traps, so those will be handy. Killing around in hard mode, the guys have a chance of dropping Souls of Light or Souls of Night, depending on what biome you're in. Guys just kind of randomly drop them. I'll use them later once I actually have a few more, but that's something I picked up while digging around in hard mode. Also, there are these worm guys that show up in the corruption. If you remember, I probably got attacked by some in the last video in the corruption area. These worm guys came by, I killed them, and I got cursed flames. That'll be awesome for cursed bullets, and some other stuff that we'll get into later. Now, the whole reason I was just kind of digging around and stuff is because I was setting up, let me get over to the ocean here, on the east side of the land of Nightly. I was setting up a trap near the ocean because guys near the ocean drop pirate maps. Since this is a sandy area, it also spawns mummies, and because of that, the mummies dropped fast clocks, and other guys, along with mummies, ultimately dropped pirate maps. Now, I had intended to tell you guys all about this stuff, and then queue or spawn the pirate invasion, but they got the better of me and surprised me. So, I end up with pirate maps that I will use later. Speaking of the pirate invasion, though, I picked up a cutlass, as you probably saw. I picked up a cutlass, and this does more damage than the Knight's Edge. Where is it? There it is. At 48 versus 64. Cool. It also has auto swing, so I can swing this all day without having to pull the trigger multiple times. It's also very quick, and it does more damage, so early in hard mode, this is an awesome, awesome weapon to have. And along the way, while killing a bunch of stuff, I ended up with a whole bunch of arrows, which is pretty good considering I'm still carrying the Sharanga bow. And I will still use that to farm the Wall of Flesh because I still intend to get that Clockwork Assault Rifle. Once I get it, I'll show you why. Anyway, one more change I wanted to show you guys. As if you saw in the Pirate Invasion, the bird things, it was the flying fish and the parrot would fly right here and just stop. With the blocks angled like this, angled with the hammer, they would fly up and then drop into the lava. if I had them angled. Since I didn't have them angled, they didn't. So that is something I have fixed now. And hopefully the next time I spawn the pirate invasion, they will fly into the trap also. There's really nothing special about the parrots, but the more things that die and drop stuff, the better. Because I'm still hoping for the lucky coin and maybe even the pirate staff. But I'll save that for another video. Anyway, if you like this, go ahead and drop a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will talk at you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Po' Boy out.